top three: Vettel, Hamilton and Max Verstappen.
Yo, JD here, Tyrrell, and as you can see, we have actually done a career mode episode, and you can see as well the car we're choosing is the Toro Rosso, and the reason why I've actually chosen that is because I love the look of the car. It's probably my favourite looking car on the grid, and also it's quite a car that's not too, I said it's a mid-pack car, so I think it'll be quite interesting towards the end of the season against this Ultimate AI, how much we can actually upgrade the car and see how fast we can go, see if we can even challenge for wins at the end of the season. I don't know how possible that actually is. We've got 5 laps now coming out at the start of this race around Australia, and going to this first corner I was going to be pretty cautious because the AI we'll be able to see on this first lap are pretty aggressive wheel to wheels. There's a little bit of collision, I think that was between the two teammates of the Williams there, so we're going to try and go around the outside of Massa going into this turn 2, and let's see if we can do this now. We've got Verstappen ahead of us, and we're trying to go around the outside, but there's a little bit of contact there, so counterlock on the steering, and now we've got Ricciardo trying to go around the outside of us as well. Looks like we get a little bit better traction, so not expecting to stick down the inside. There's a little more contact as well. I mean, Force guys somehow managed to keep it on the track, just about, and now we've got Hulkenberg on the inside, so we've been bullied by the AI on this first lap, being pushed out wide again, and that's what really impressed me actually. The AI wheel to wheel definitely stick it in on the inside of it, so we're going to try and go down the inside once again, just trying to get our position back because we've actually lost the place from our original starting position in this. And I was pretty impressed by that actually, compared to whenever I've actually done career mode on previous games. I was not really expecting that too much. So AI, well, the ultimate 110% AI, you really do have to push. It's definitely the hardest AI it's been. Please note I'm not actually using a SERP either, so we're trying to make this as hard as possible, and believe me, I had to drive like I was actually in a league race on this, so it was pretty exciting. So hopefully as we go through the season, if we do stick to the videos on career mode, then it'll be interesting to see how much we can actually progress this car, because as you've probably seen, the R&D tree is something that's quite a big thing. But we're going behind Hulkenberg, so getting a little bit of a slipstream run, going to this corner, think about going down the inside. He's going out wide a little bit as well, so leaving us some room in the inside, and I think he's going to try and hold it around the outside, which he actually does. He still holds it around the outside, just about keeping on the track. We've actually gone on the grass, locking up the top, and we've gone around the outside, penultimate corner, and that is a move into 7th place with Ricciardo ahead of us, gun on the DRS now, and that was some really good racing here, so, which I think we're going to do a little bit of a replay of. So you can see we're locking up, our rear tyre was locking up on the grass, and we somehow managed to control the car coming around here, and yeah, I didn't really expect that, so I was pretty surprised. As you may notice from this career mode, didn't really include like the R&D tree on the animations, because I know most people have probably already seen that, but for me personally, I'm more into the racing, so with this career mode you'll guys really just see the wheel-to-wheel racing rather than the kind of story behind it. The story behind it will be me upgrading the car and see how fast I can actually go and how competitive we can be at the end of the season. That's something I personally like to watch, so if you do enjoy that aspect of it, where you just go really just see the hardcore racing element, not really anything else, and that's my kind of style in this career mode. But of course, any suggestions, I will probably be doing a 25% for this season, and then if it goes well, then doing a 50%. As you can see, Grosjean now has actually overtaken us, come out of the pit, so we've actually lost the position again to the Haas driver, and we're going to see if we could go down the inside of him to go really late in the brakes, which we do, just about locking up, it's just about leaving him room, and we managed to get the 7th place back. Ricciardo now is about 4 or so seconds up the road, which I think we'll be able to see going through this first sector split, and I doubt we'll be able to catch him with the Red Bull probably being a lot more superior car. So we can see about 4.2 seconds or 3 seconds he's up the road at this point. But now I'd be pretty happy if we can just maintain our qualifying position, beating our teammate as well against this AI around this track, which is not really a favourite track of mine personally. Then I would be actually quite happy with that. So I think we'll be moving on to a few laps now. So we've got a little bit of a train forming behind us, so I think we've got Grosjean and that's Massa following him as well. And yeah, if we can hold on to this to the end of the race, then that would be pretty good. But I'm driving my balls off at this point at the moment. You'll probably hope to be able to see. So coming through here, I'm driving really well at this point, and I think we're not really gaining that much from Ricciardo. I think the gap is actually kind of staying similar if we go through this, which we don't see, but going on to the penultimate lap, or on the penultimate lap now, and it's pretty much stayed the same. I think someone's actually dropped out. I think that was Raikkonen, who's actually dropped out of the race, if I'm not mistaken. And now we've got Grosjean and a few other cars behind us as well, so it's really important to get a good exit, to go stay on board for any of us, using every bit of the track possible, using rich mix. We've still got a little bit of fuel left, and let's try and nail this first corner. So 100-meter board is what you want to be taking this very, very nicely, 5th gear, same as what I do in time trial, which that video, that setup video is actually coming out at 9 AM tomorrow. So if you haven't watched it, well, if you're looking forward to it and really want to see that, then 9 AM tomorrow, and then from every day onwards there will be a new setup video in track order. So hopefully you guys really enjoy that as well. And yeah, come on to this now. So finishing end of the first sector, the tyres are still pretty good condition, and Ricciardo, we haven't really actually let him get away too much. Our pace has been really, really good, and I think this is probably a good example of how I've been driving this lap throughout most of this race. So 4th gear, clipping this curb. Well, use quite a lot of this curb, actually gives you quite good launch, but you can see a little bit of oversteer now, so the tyres may actually starting to be going off a little bit, and then going through this fast left right. Let's see if we corner cut it or not, as we actually changed camera somehow, so I think my finger slipped on the button, and that's not really good for us, because now Grosjean's got a really, really good run on us coming into here. So we've got to go down the inside, we've got to defend this, and just a little bit late on the brakes, managing to spot that apex, and then going through the third to last corner now. As you hit the shadow, that's where you want to turn in, run this curb. As you go towards that black box, actually turning in point once again. You're trying to use maximum track as possible, get a good exit off here, and this should be pretty secured, and I think we're going to do it. We're going to finish in 6th place in our first Grand Prix in this career mode in the Toro Rosso. And hopefully you enjoyed that. It wasn't really too action packed apart from like lap 1 and a few little bits, but I really enjoyed just the intensity of actually having to really push on that one. That's something I enjoyed the most. So hopefully this is something I can keep up. I will try and keep this up, because I actually do enjoy racing against this AI in this car. So we'll see how it goes. As always, thank you so much for the support recently on my channel. It's unbelievable to see, and I really, really do appreciate everyone's comments, and I just really hope you find my content useful, as well as entertaining, but I really just hope you find it useful and it just helps you as well. So thank you so much, and I will catch you tomorrow at 9 AM for the Australian Melbourne Hot Lap and Setup Guide. See ya.